Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at a case where a biased police officer threatened a black woman with a taser before using an excessive amount of force against her, resulting in his termination from the police department. On August 18, 2020, Officer Michael Oxford with the Gwinnett County Police Department was dispatched to address a complaint about property damage on the 1800 block of Summit Creek Way in Loganville. Initially intended as a routine visit to follow up with the woman who reported the incident, the situation rapidly escalated into an investigation. This shift occurred after the woman reported that her neighbor had threatened to harm her children, transforming a simple welfare check into a serious inquiry into the allegations of threatening behavior.
What's going on, buddy? How you doing? I love that shirt, man. Hello, ma'am. Are you the one that called?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's going on today?
They threw whatever on my car and stuff. I already made a report on
Okay.
these people about damaging my car.
Okay.
And the cop, Officer Trans?
No, I don't.
No.
He may work on a different shift than I do.
You on a different place?
He may work on a different shift and time than I do.
Okay, time. I already made a report. Officer Trans been trying to even get the information, I guess, or whatever, but
Okay.
his supervisor told him that he only could take the report, so there's nothing else he could really do if they're not
Right.
answering or giving the insurance. They just, just threw juice. They pulled up.
Okay, whose car is that?
They left already.
Okay.
They be over there all the time. Look, and he's threatening me like, "I'm to the car."
Mm-hmm.
And then, hold on.
I think I saw something right
But you
there.
see, it's all on my
All
car.
right, let's go take a look at your car real quick.
So I don't understand what else is it. Do somebody got to die first before
Okay.
anything gets done?
Was it just a splash liquid on it, or did they
a
actually?
whole soda bottle?
Okay, did they throw the soda bottle?
Yeah, they did. She picked it up, and I recorded that too.
Okay.
Look, when she
Who
comes
picked it
and
up?
picked it up, the girl in the black, you see her? And look, when I said,
She
look,
over
and she
here?
picking up this, yeah, she's in there. She picking it up, look, and this one she's showing it to me, like, yeah, I don't give a, look, she's showing it to me, the girl in the black. Behind the lady in the white is the one that rents that house.
Okay, are they at the house right now?
Yeah, that's all them right there. These people are sticking their middle finger at my kids. I got a 9-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Okay.
They just told my son, I'll kick you and all this little bit. What they say to you?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, why do y'all do that to little kids? Like,
Okay. Do you know the names of these people that live over
no,
there?
but I have a trespassing thing. I don't know if you could pull that up by my address.
Okay. So yes, this is an ongoing problem. We can look into it further, especially if it's continuing like this, and we may be able to work on it a little farther. Right, and we may be able to look into it a little farther now that we have a paperwork kind of trail going on. But when they're not here or something like that, if we can't talk to them and get their side of the story, it's one of those things where we have to report it and right, and the thing is sometimes they go, they don't answer the door, whatever it is. We have to be able to get both sides of the story of what went on. That's what I'm saying is that now that we're getting more and more of this, we may be able to piece things together to the point where we have enough probable cause without them saying anything. What is I don't understand where for lack of a better term, where the beef's coming from between y'all and them.
These people been harassing me for literally. Like,
What have they been harassing you about? What did this all start over?
The first time ever, literally I'm driving, and if you go and look into this address, I don't know if you can or whatever,
Right, yeah.
this street or whatever, you would see that they call the cops over here all the time.
At this point, it becomes increasingly clear that the officer is skeptical about the neighbor's alleged harassment of the complainant occurring without a justifiable cause. With this mindset, he probes further, seeking to unearth the underlying reasons for the conflict at hand. His inquiry is met with a notable lack of transparency from the woman, who appears to deliberately skirt around providing a straightforward response. Her evasiveness and reluctance to engage directly with the question at hand raise questions about the full context of the situation, suggesting that there might be more to the story than initially meets the eye. The officer's attempt to clarify the situation is thwarted by the woman's indirect answers, leaving the true nature of the dispute unknown. But this emphasizes the importance of Officer Oxford's duty and responsibility to thoroughly investigate the ordeal before taking it any further. Let's see if that's what he does.
Since they're not wanting to cooperate with us and talk to us at all.
And she was threatening me, talking about, I'll murk you, though.
Right. And that was the lady in the white. Do you know her name at all?
I don't remember.
Do you know anybody's name over there?
No, I forget.
Okay.
She's the one that ran. She got on the broad. This one.
Right.
She's the one that.
And did you see? All right. And you
you
said
get
it's
arrested for
this house
threatening?
right here, right?
Yeah.
Well, what exactly did they say to you?
She said she gonna murk me with my son.
Okay. And is the lady sitting over there right now on the patio, or is she in the house?
I
Okay, and she was wearing what, white pants?
White top.
Oh, white. Okay, so all white.
And this one that picked up the bottle, so she should be in trouble.
What kind of hair does she have? Is it like braided, anything
she got
like that?
braided in the back. It's like
braided in the back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, give me 1 second. I'll run over my car, and then I'm gonna go have a chat with them real quick and see what we can do. I don't care if you called me. I'm here anyways. Okay. Okay, I'm here to investigate something. I don't care if you call me or not. I need you to get up and come talk to me.
Immediately, it's noticeable that the officer, rather than adopting a calm and respectful approach, adopts an aggressive stance, seemingly prejudging the situation in this investigation. The Gwinnett County Police Department's mission statements read, "The Gwinnett County Police Department is committed to serving the community through the delivery of professional law enforcement services in an unbiased and compassionate manner in order to protect the lives and property of the citizens and improve the quality of life in our community." Yet, from the onset, Officer Oxford's conduct seems to contradict this commitment, indicating a potential bias.
No, you don't.
Not you. Okay, I need to come speak with you. I don't care that you didn't call the police. They did. And I have a video. Okay, and I have a video which has you in it.
Doing what? Doing what?
Okay, and I need to investigate what your part was in that. Okay, everyone except for her, shut up right now or go to jail.
You're on our
I
property.
don't care.
So
Okay,
talk to me
you
wrong,
can
too.
all leave or you can go to jail for
I'm not
obstructing
going
my
nowhere.
investigation. You
It
want to go to
doesn't
jail?
matter. You're on our
Okay.
property. We did not
Do
call
you want to go to jail?
I'm not going anywhere.
I am trying to investigate something with her. Okay, turn around.
You're not going to touch
Turn
me.
around.
I'm not resisting.
Turn around. You're under arrest.
We now observe the officer indicating his intention to arrest the woman, 22-year-old Candesia Smith, who is not verified as the suspect in the initial crime he was called to investigate. Despite that, he somehow perceives her actions as an interference with his investigation. The legal basis he seems to invoke is the Federal Obstruction of Justice statute, which is articulated for a person who corruptly or by threats of force or by any threatening letter or communication influences, obstructs, or impedes or endeavors to influence, obstruct, or impede the due administration of justice. However, this legal basis seems tenuous in this situation, as Officer Oxford was the one who escalated the ordeal by approaching Ms. Smith in the way that he was confident the allegations were indeed against her and accurate. Furthermore, the officer's decision to arrest Ms. Smith without verifying her as the suspect raises concerns about his adherence to due process and the presumption of innocence. It is crucial for law enforcement officers to gather sufficient evidence and establish probable cause before making an arrest.
613-10-3. Come here.
Don't touch me.
Come here. You are under arrest.
Get off.
Come here.
Hey.
Come here. You are under arrest. Get on the ground. You are on the ground.
Come on now.
You
Come
are
on.
under arrest.
Come on now.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground right now. Taser, taser. Turn over.
The situation was already unnecessarily tense and not to a point where things were out of control. But this was only up till Officer Oxford, without any clear provocation or justifiable reason, decided to call for backup and deploy a taser on Ms. Smith. The American Civil Liberties Union states the taser is a use of force and is to be used only when necessary to overcome resistance while effecting an arrest, preventing an escape, in self-defense, or in defense of another person from physical harm, and in accordance with this department's use of force policy. It's disturbing to note that Ms. Smith displayed absolutely no signs of aggression or intent to flee. Instead, she sought clarification on the reason behind her arrest, which was her right. So, given that her arrest appeared to be unwarranted, her actions should not be misconstrued as resisting arrest, as the arrest itself is illegal at this point. The officer entirely based his investigation on a single account and essentially neglected the other side.
Turn over right now. Put your hands behind your back. Turn over. Turn over. Put your hands behind your back.
You finna get sued.
Turn over. Put your hands behind your back. I will tase you again.
Call the police, mama. Call the police, mama.
Taser deployed. Turn over. Turn over.
It's in my leg.
Get up and move over there then.
It's in her leg.
Get up.
It's in my leg.
You just tased her.
Don't touch me. Don't touch. Bro, don't touch. Bro. Bro.
You're on her neck. Do you not understand what you're doing? Do you not understand what you're doing? Do you not understand what you're doing? Sir, get this, sir.
Bro.
Give me your arm.
He was on
You resisting. Stop resisting right now. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. 613, I'm fighting. Step it up. Give me your hand. Give me your hand right now. Give me your hand.
Can I get her phone?
Give me your hand. Give me your other hand right now. Get her other hand. It's already in a cuff. Get her other hand. Get her other hand. Hey, Tamora.
What the fuck are y'all doing?
You got another cuff?
Bro,
What are y'all doing? You're not even bending her arm. Sir, you're going to break her arm.
Pull her out.
You're not doing that.
Ready?
I'm trying to tell y'all.
Come up to your feet right now.
Bro,
You just said
Turn her over. Turn her over.
bro.
Cuffs. Cuff.
She still has the taser in her leg is bleeding. Raise it up.
Good.
Her leg.
Get her up. Get her up. Get her to the car. Get her up. Get her to the car right now.
Stand up. The taser is stand up.
Hey, hand up and under. Hand up and under like this. Tamora and drag.
Get my phone in the car.
Get her in.
I can't breathe,
Hey,
bro.
grab
I can't fucking breathe.
Grab those. Hey, pull those tasers.
In my leg.
What are you doing? You're snatching it out.
Get her in the car.
Twin, grab
Sit
that.
down.
I can't fucking
Get in.
You just slammed my
Car.
head, bro.
Can I have that?
Get in the
What's up
car.
with y'all?
Get in the car. Get tased again.
You really?
That's ag assault on a Leo right there.
Now, backup officers arrived and, together with Officer Oxford, forcibly handled Miss Smith in an aggressive manner. Despite her repeated cries for help and her protest that she was unable to move her legs due to the taser prong still attached, the officers continued to apply force, which appears to be totally unnecessary and excessive. Note that under Georgia law, an officer is permitted to use force only when it is objectively reasonable under the circumstances. Also, in situations where an individual is not posing an immediate threat to the officer or others, the use of force must be proportionate to the level of resistance encountered. Judging by this, it's crucial for law enforcement officers to prioritize de-escalation techniques and consider alternative methods before resorting to force. Given that none of these use of force conditions were present, the officer's actions can be seen as an abuse of power and an instance of excessive force. This can especially be noted towards the end of the video when Miss Smith is thrown face first into the back of the squad car, which just exposes the officer's tyrannical behavior even further.
613, units code 4, I got 1095. Start me a signal 4 for taser deployment. 1039. I still need to get with the chick in the white.
Who are you?
I seen you able to get the chick in the white. She was who I was here to investigate.
Which one? The one.
The other one kept yelling at me, and I told her that she needed to stop and leave.
The one going.
And then I told her she was under arrest, and she resisted while I tried to go hands-on, so she got tased. The one that just went inside is the one who I need to talk to still. God dang it, dude. I hate having to do that crap.
Okay, this what happened. I'm sitting in the car with the door, sideways. Me, my two daughters, and my son.
Okay, you guys were in the car?
As she was coming up, yeah, I was sitting in the car right there.
Which car?
That car.
Okay, all right.
As she was coming up, she was arguing. They all the time. Her and my niece done had it out. Two of my nieces done had it out. It's always something, but I'm always the one trying to go over and talk to her. So today, I don't know what happened. She got behind the tree and was like, oh, da-da-da-da-da. So Dre like, who you talking to? But you saw that.
Okay, what
but
I'm
you
saying,
didn't see
okay, look,
anything
listen.
What I'm trying to figure
Hold
out
on,
is she,
listen.
okay,
Listen, let me talk for a second. Let me talk for a second so I can understand. So you know what I'm trying to talk about. Listen.
She did the provoking, Daddy.
Look.
She did.
Man, if you'll let me explain, you'll know what I'm talking about, so I can tell you what I'm trying to ask you.
The officer proceeded to speak with the actual individual accused, who's the mother of Miss Smith, And the worst part is that Officer Oxford is still not even aware of that. It's troubling to observe that while she recounts their conflict with the woman who called the police, Officer Oxford consistently interrupts her and changes the questioning trajectory, implying skepticism about her honesty without any apparent reason for her to be untruthful. This yet again shows how biased he was in this ordeal. Let's keep watching.
Little boy told Quan, what
Okay.
you looking at? Quan say, little boy, I'm looking at you.
Because I need to identify you because you're a part of this.
What? I didn't call the police.
I don't care. You're involved in the investigation now.
How am I involved in
Because something's been alleged against you, which means I need to come over here and get your side of the story.
I don't feel like I have to give anything up when I didn't call the police.
Okay, man, I'm gonna make this really simple. I'm gonna make this really simple. Look,
To provoke you.
look, what's probably gonna happen is I'm probably just gonna make a report of this and we're gonna be out of here.
Okay.
Obviously, your two friends who made their decision to go to jail. That's the end of that.
One in the house.
Okay, that's here nor there. Don't worry about that. Look, listen.
And
But
that
I do
ain't no
need-
friend. That is my daughter
Okay.
that you tased right in front
You're right,
of me.
I did, because I told her she was under arrest and she
How
resisted
she's under
arrest.
How she was
Because I told her she
under
needed to
arrest?
remove herself and stop yelling or she was going to be
She was
obstructing my
talking.
investigation.
That's not obstructing
She was
her.
yelling at me and I gave her commands to leave
No, you
and
told
told her to be.
up.
I told everybody to shut up because I needed to talk to you.
She's grown.
Okay, that doesn't matter.
You coming on her
She was
mama
obstructing
property.
my investigation.
How?
Okay. All right, what is your name?
It's just a whole bunch of chaos with that same young lady that you was talking to. She
Which
got
one? Oh, the one over there
yeah,
across the street?
She got everybody
Okay.
involved with a
Well,
whole bunch of foolishness.
And I understand that, but when somebody alleges something against somebody else, I have to go get their side of the story, then I have to get the other person's side of the story, right?
Yeah.
Which you were here.
Yeah,
I tried to come and talk to her, but
Yeah, that's why I told you.
yeah,
And that's why
everybody
I was
else
saying-
apparently didn't want me to do that.
And that's why I was telling
Right.
you, that's like I told him, I said
And-
I would talk to him, and
Right.
that's when you went to
Well, I have
yelling
to
and shouting out.
talk to her because she's the
Yeah.
one that was alleged against,
Yeah.
and I saw her in the video.
Oh yeah, in the
So,
video.
and the reason your friend was having hers, I told her
Oh, my
she
niece.
needed to remove herself or stop talking, or she's going to be under arrest. When I told her she was under arrest, she resisted me. Did she not?
But
She
why was
clearly
she
jumped
All she had to do was go in
because
the
she obstructed
house.
my investigation.
How? What? I
Do
thought
you-
it'd be a...
Right.
Okay, well,
But do
when
you
I
remember?
called the
Do you remember
police-
when I was standing there
When
and
I called
all
the
of
police,
everybody was yelling at
me
me?
and my ex was going at it, and them kids was standing right here doing all that yapping.
Do both your son and your daughter that are driving the car, do they have driver's licenses?
No,
They don't.
no, he be
So
do.
why were they
She
driving
do.
the car?
She don't have her She have license number, but she don't have her license on. So she
Okay.
do have license.
Okay, Jimmy, but when I run it, it doesn't come back. So I just wanted to make
They
sure
never had no ID.
that I was positive on it. Okay. Do you have either one of their phone numbers? It's just a block I gotta fill. It's just a block I have to fill in my report.
You don't know TV number, right? Give him TV number.
He don't want to speak to him. He's not here, so you don't have to give her information out.
What's your
Okay.
last number?
2119.
2119?
Yes, ma'am. Officer Oxford.
2119.
All right. I will give you a card with all that information on it in a second. All right. Yeah, they'll give you numbers.
Okay. I ain't got it written.
You want to lock it? I don't know how to lock it, but it's got to ride up front with me. It can't be back there. Okay.
You know, it's in there. He gonna let her get it.
In a continuing pattern of disregard for Miss Smith's constitutional rights, Officer Oxford commits yet another infringement. He instructs Miss Smith's mother to retrieve her daughter's phone from their home and surrender it to him, intending to place the device into custody alongside Miss Smith. This action directly contravenes the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which explicitly safeguards individuals' rights, stating, "The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue, but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized." This particular situation constitutes a violation because the phone was not in Miss Smith's immediate possession, it was within her private residence. The directive to retrieve and seize personal property from a private space without a warrant or evident probable cause not only undermines the sanctity of personal privacy, but also sets a concerning precedent for the treatment of personal property and the interpretation of legal boundaries in such investigations. Following this incident, when the complaint was lodged with the Gwinnett Police Department about the abuse of power and use of excessive force, Officer Oxford was put on desk duty during the internal investigation. After the internal investigation was completed within the next 2 days, the Gwinnett County Police Department released a statement saying, "The investigation in this case has shown that Officer Oxford violated our policy and did not meet our core values. For this reason, the employment of Officer Oxford has been terminated as of August 21st. Ms. Smith ended up being charged with felony obstruction of a law enforcement officer and simple battery. She was released the very next morning on a $2,950 bond. Be sure to check out our previous video where we cover another outrageous police encounter.